Hi, everybody. Richard and I are here together. We're going to get into a lot of ET interdimensional stuff today. And Richard has a beautiful incantation that he's going to read us here at the beginning. Welcome, Richard. How are
Welcome,
you?
my beloved honey. I am great, and how are you today?
I'm really good. Yeah, the sun is out. We had lots and lots of snow yesterday. It was very
Mhm.
wild, but we're all good. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, it's that time of the year, right? I mean, I got my
Mhm.
snowstorm last week. Now everything's green. So, where you live, tag you're it
I know.
with the snow.
It was wild. And it just went on and on and on, but it's really good. We woke up to sun and fog, and the fog's burned
Okay,
off now. So
good.
it's all bright outside, bright and white.
Yay!
Mhm.
As we love it, pure like crystalline. Yes?
Yes. Yeah, like
Yes,
crystals. I
yes.
have a lot of crystals around me. I want to show you guys these. This is a little honey calcite
Ah,
crystal,
uh-huh.
and then
Beautiful.
another little um quartz.
Quartz. Okay.
Yeah. Really into crystals lately. I think they really want to work with us as a group, like humanity. Yeah.
Well, as we awaken, I feel that they too are awakening. They always had a side of being awake because they are alive. They might not have lungs or a heart or blood streaming through them like we do, but it is a very alive frequency. And I feel that more as humanity, that we are like awakening from our slumber.
Yeah.
They are vibrating like Max the Crystal Skull, really, you know?
I know.
Yeah.
I felt him yesterday. He's like, just don't sleep.
Yeah. He's cool. Yeah.
He's very cool, very
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So beautiful, Femi. Your Richie has wrote opening invocation and a closing invocation today. And Honey and I would love to introduce to you to, would you like to explain, Honey, before I go on, like who we're bringing in today?
We're going to talk about the Lyrans,
Uh-huh.
which are a great subject. They're very fun. And we're going to talk about the Andromedians, which are similar. Well, they're from the same space as the Andromedans, and we can't actually pronounce their real name, so they are the Andromedians. Then we're going to talk about the dragons and the unicorns and how everything is helping like integrate what we're doing right now.
Absolutely. And what is fun is that I think late spring, you had sent, because I spoke to you when you were visiting here in Montreal, honey, about the Andromedians, and you said it felt like more like June. But one day I was in a meditation and I had this beautiful water species that had showed up in my meditation. And they felt very close to the corals at the bottom of the sea. And they felt very much like silk-like. And yes, they had a face, but it was not really a face. There was like opal colors to them. And they showed her because I said, "Oh, you're beautiful. Who are you?" And the name that came to me was Andromedians, not Andromedans. It sounds alike, but it's very different. And although this is not necessarily their real name, because they would talk, as Honey we discussed earlier, through frequency. And so putting it into English language, this is how I saw it. Now, why does it sound so much like a Andromedan? Because they would have come from the constellation of Andromeda, and the median is because they serve the dream love lines, right? So they work a lot in sleep. So that would be like that meridian, right? The dreaming lunar cycle. So together, this is how I got andromedians. So before I say any more, because we've been wanting for a long time, Honey and me, to speak about them. They've been wanting to come out as humanity is awakening from the dream cycle, and this is what they weave a lot. So they're very excited to be here. We'll do surely, absolutely more videos on them, but today was
Oh,
more introduction.
yeah.
So, Femi, without further ado, my higher self showed me to bring in a beautiful offering to the Andromedian. So it's this beautiful orange seashell that would represent exactly, like the chakra below here. And I was shown to bring some beautiful distilled water in my copper cup. So this copper would touch the feminine energy. And I'm going to use a beautiful iron spoon, masculine for iron. So let me do this for an offering. A beautiful teaspoon within her mouth. Drip, drip, drip. Now, put this away so I don't drop it on my cards all over the place. And now I will call into the Andromedians as a calling for them. Beautiful Femi, we open this space in purity, clarity, and heart. We call upon the Andromedians, the dream weavers of the soft astral waters, the guardians of the love lines, the keepers of the blue green realm between sleep and soul. Be present with us now. Enter this field gently, like lights moving through ocean. Guide our words, soften the room, and allow your heart currents to be felt by all who listen. May this transmission be woven with truth, with remembrance, and with the harmonic signature of your realm. We welcome you with open palms and an open dream body. And so it is. Yay.
Yay. They're so happy.
Yeah.
So they're down in the seaweed, it feels like right now, and kind of listening and also transmitting information to us. We've really waited a long time feeling. So that's very important that we talk about them now, and we will continue because there's a lot of information that they want to impart. Um, the Lyrans are an instigator, so I feel like we should talk about them first and then go into, yeah.
Absolutely. Sorry, my throat.
Oh, yeah. So the Lyrans have always been, in my opinion, like the rock stars of the universe. And they come in, they play a song, like a riff on a guitar. They do something, they change the frequency, and then they get out because they don't hang out for a long time. They're doing a lot of their own thing. Um, Years ago, they took out that Planet X. They removed that from our field, and that was beautiful. And it finally, we were able to get rid of a lot of Anunnaki energy
Mm.
during that time. So they're really amazing, the Lyrans, and beautiful. So you got a lot of information about the Lyrans, so I want you to tell us what that was.
Well, thank you, honey. And that
Yeah.
was like really beautifully said. So I did a video on the Lyrians maybe 2 weeks ago, and I had encountered in my meditation, Femi, this beautiful male lion. Okay, so the lion head of a lion in Africa. And he presented himself with a name that I could put into English, Arakan. And he was like an ambassador, right? And so that was a beautiful, beautiful channeling video. And this morning, as I was tapping into the Andromedians, I saw a big connection between the Lyrians and them, the Andromedians. So, like Honey says, they are the rock star of the universe. Like visualize like all like the band metal, like days like in the 80s, and they absolutely look with that, and they're very regal, and they love beauty and creation and sound, and they work a lot with frequency. This is what they give birth, and why the artists get inspired so much. What I get also is that the Lyrians will work with humanity on a awake time. So while we're awake, we will feel their frequency, which feels very solar energy. So we get inspired to create, to write, decor, make beautiful things. And this is what I got this morning. Like, should I go into like how I saw it, or do you want to
Yeah.
just, Connie? Okay,
Yeah.
because then the Andromedians showed up and showed that they work more with a lunar energy. So that would be while we are sleeping. So one, we have the Lyrians that are working a lot with that solar sun, masculine energy to create while we're awake and awaken us and give us strength. While the Andromedians in surfing the love lines, because the love lines to me is like key lines in water, hence love lines. They work a lot at repairing the emotional state in our dream cycle, but together they work as a team. So you got that fire and that water energy, the solar and the mooner, the awake and the sleep, and together they are all working together to repair us on every single level. But then I saw the dragons on top of them. Okay, so the dragons uphold and support like muscle. Think of it like a bodyguard, the protector, making sure of all the work doesn't get infiltrated while creation is rebirthed. So the dragons are all there protected, holding the frequency, while the Lyrians are birthing art and beauty in our awake time, and that in hand with the Andromedians in the sleeping time. And that the sleep is a lot when we do out of body experiences. Honey, you had mentioned it earlier on before we recorded the inner child. Ah, yes.
So, yeah, the inner child is who we're really working with. Like
Yes.
they're helping the human part of us become more activated. And a lot of us have started to go into dream time
Mhm.
with our inner child, like our inner child has started to come along. And at first it's scary for them because they've been like stuck in this lower frequency for so long. So when they go up and out of the body and have experiences, it's been scary. So if you're not dreaming yet, it's because your inner child has been afraid to go see what you're doing.
Mm.
And they're here to help that inner child. So that's really beautiful because your soul is like doing whatever it wants every night, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. But it is very much that story. It's my offering. As soon as you said that, it tilted to the side, like what you just said about that inner child. Yeah, yeah, that's a
Hmm.
funny little anecdote. But that's it, Tom, because they work on healing, cleansing that emotional state. So I find it's really beautiful with the dragons, the Lyrian, the Andromedians. And then when that comes full circle and we can see like the fire and the water merging together, coming back together, it gives birth to something else. And what is that rebirth when everything is cleared on both sides? It is the phoenix. What is the phoenix? It is the rise of the new human template, the modern day new human. And then we go full circle to the dragons with the phoenix.
Hmm.
Uh,
I love them.
uh,
Another thing that when you did that offering,
mhm,
so when you think about the body,
mhm.
copper actually helps iron move around in the body. And the copper is the feminine and the iron is the masculine. And they're both needed for the organs to function properly in the body. And we are crystalline now. So you doing that was also like how they're affecting the body too.
Wow. Because I
Is
was
it?
not even aware of really. I knew one was, feminine and masculine, but I just like had an inner knowing. Don't use a plastic spoon. It has to be iron. Like,
Yeah.
so thank you for sharing that. Like,
Well, and look at the
unbeknownst to
end of the
me.
spoon
Yeah.
too, like it's a spiral, which is the way the energy moves.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So good. Like so many good little like nuggets are happening right there.
And a dragon coffee cup, honey, from
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. That was so fun. I was able to get that in my suitcase.
And it didn't. Well, I think did it ship? No, no, that did not ship. It
That
was the
was the one
cookie
I
jar.
sent in the mail. Yeah.
Yeah,
That one chipped.
yeah.
Bummer.
I glued
Yeah.
it. Gorilla Glue works amazing.
Yeah. John was funny. He couldn't find the chip and then he finally found it. He's like, oh, here it is. He glued it. Yeah. He sat with that for a while looking at it. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it really all in all, it's amazingly beautiful how they're working together and they are kind of more masculine and more feminine energetically. Like the Lyrans are lion like beings, sovereign, instigators, amazing. And the Dromedians or the Andromedians are they're feminine energy, they're flowy, they're in the
Yeah.
water. And also, there is a movie that you guys can watch, and we'll probably
Mhm.
review this along with the movie. But The Lady in the Water from M. Night Shyamalan, that's basically about these beings.
Mm.
So they told us that when we were out there in the boat.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Montreal, so because I took like Honey, Lisa, and your husband, right? Like out for a boat ride because we needed some speed.
Yes.
Yes, for
Yeah.
John.
John
Yes.
loved it. He was so
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's very interesting because, yes, as you say, right, like the Lyrian is more masculine energy and the Andromedians more feminine. So what will the rock stars of the universe do? They will play like, let's put an electric guitar or a bass in their hands. So
Mhm.
that will create a frequency. And what does frequency do? It activates an emotion, which is the Andromedians in the water. Water is an emotion. So that frequency of what they're playing is going to be carried out in the dream cycle by the emotional beings, carrying it up and helping us, humanity, to awaken in our original blueprints,
Mhm.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, which have been being delivered by Atlas.
Yes.
There's
Our
so
beloved
much.
Atlas,
Yeah,
yes.
so much going on. And the unicorns are doing some things too. Mostly they dip in and out of the energies of this.
Mhm.
And I just wanted something popped up because there's unicorns in the ocean.
Mhm.
Are you ready to talk about these guys?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay,
I love
so
it.
they're called the narwhal,
Mhm.
and they've been making a lot of headlines lately. So I feel like that came along with a big timeline shift. Richard said that he couldn't even remember them.
No,
And I don't feel like I remember them either, like
no.
that they were really in the timeline before. But when you look at their horn that they have,
Hmm.
just like a unicorn horn, it spirals around and around. It's supposed to be a tooth, but that doesn't feel right.
How does
Yeah.
that work as a tooth? Come on now, right?
Yeah.
And the
So,
spiral is a frequency, doesn't it? It
mhm.
resonates, it animates. And yeah, no, this, no, I can tell you, I call this a Mandela, uh, um, um, animal Mandela, a mandanimal. That's what I call it. Mandela effect, mandanimal. Because
Yes.
as a child, like many of us, like I collected all these plastic toys of animals. So all the animals I'd collect, and we'd have whales and sharks and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. This narwhal did not exist. I mean, I would have fallen madly in love because it's so unusual looking. And I did love the saw shark because it was so unusual. The
Oh,
shark with
yeah.
the saw.
Hmm.
I would have known about this. So that's a mandanimal. And I'm telling you, like I first saw this maybe 10 years ago and it flipped me out. I mean, where did they appear from? So is it because we've switched timelines and now this exists here, or does that beautiful creature, unicorn of the water, come from another timeline? And since we're collapsing timelines and everything's coming to the singularity, maybe this is one of the first visions of the sea that we started seeing of the elementals, because you would put this as a unicorn. I would see fairies all around it. That's not what my childhood knew as a normal um, no being, right?
I feel like they are from a collapsed
Yeah.
timeline. And what popped into my head was when we switched timelines and we went off the everything's gonna flood timeline,
Mhm.
which kind of ended around 2008, 2009. I I figured it out in 2009 and I wasn't, really using my intuition as much, but I was worried about building something up on the mountain and we had to hurry up because it was almost 2012.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it was like, don't worry about it. That timeline's over. So I feel like they came in around then.
Yeah, I feel it too. I absolutely
Yeah.
feel it too. And I would love like to like do I want to ride one? Of course Richard's gonna want to ride it, right? I want to ride a shark, so come on now. Yes, you're Aurélien is saying yes to 2009. That was a major shift. I think that we really how do you explain this? You know, I think we were on a timeline that it could have been gloomy, but something happened overnight. Was it while we were sleeping? We skipped timelines, and then with skipping, other timelines imploded, and then these beings came in. You know, like memories of the Mandela effect in movies. There are so many of them. I mean, and I do remember. I mean, like I was always like a little bit of a fanatic about movies, or I could have watched a movie 50 times. So I see the changes. like everywhere. So, but what leads me to believe, honey, like a lot of us, believe death doesn't exist. It's only but an illusion. We leave the avatar and then we're still alive. But I got a feeling sometimes we might have passed away on different timelines, unbeknownst to us, and we kept existing. Like we
Yeah.
pass, but there's no trauma of the passing. And then we just wake up on a different timeline and then go on with our day. Like, how does
Yeah.
that resonate to you?
Yeah. It's like a refraction,
Yes.
like when the light goes through a prism
Yes.
and you end up in a different one of the little rainbows that come out of it. Like, yeah. And when you have a deja vu, I feel like that's because you're choosing a timeline or you've shifted a timeline.
That's a
Yeah.
very interesting because deja vu, I did a show yesterday with Gary and Brianne on Pandora's Box, and she just came back from Egypt. And she
Oh,
had a lot of like her spiritual sense as an oracle, what that she decoded in the energy. And this came on the subject, deja vu. I feel that a lot of oracles or sensitives or intuits might go to, I'm just going to use Egypt because it's fresh from yesterday's video. We go there and they say, oh, I have a sense of deja vu. Now, is it because we really remember something of the past, or in a state like there, where the pyramids are in Egypt, time and space doesn't work on a linear time. So we actually just remember the remembrance of what is in a collapsed linear timing, like that inner knowing. So is it really remembering past timelines, or is it just that the linear no longer exists and we see it all for what it is?
again, it's both.
It's both, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on who you are, like depending
Ah,
on, because some of us have had so many lifetimes in Egypt, and I think there's a huge Egypt, like where I live, actually.
I gotta let
Um,
my cat out of my scratching the
okay,
door. Give
go
me a sec.
for it. So I think that, and we'll ask Richard to tap into this too. Um, the four corners, and also when you think about the four corners, which are, I think it's Arizona, Utah, New Mexico, and Colorado, I think. So, and that's not in the right order, but also Nevada. So, all of those states, I think, were a part of an even older Egypt type civilization. And most of them are melted. Most of it's melted, but it was a lot bigger and the structures were a lot bigger. So let's tap in. Do you want to tap into that?
Yes, so you were
Did you
talking
hear what I
about
said?
Four Corners,
Yeah.
Nevada, Colorado. No,
So Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah, I think, come together. But then Nevada is also part of it. And I think that was an older form of Egypt that's mostly been melted, and that's why they hide most of the Grand Canyon from us.
I get a big yes already, but let me go see, beloved Femi and beloved honey, what I can get with the cards on this question. But already it's a strong yes.
Mhm.
Like I'm talking about like in the 90 something percent yes.
Yeah,
But let's see what the cards. I'll just take three cards. We don't need a full set because I'm asking higher self for three in regards to these four corners, in
I know.
regards to
And the
Egypt.
Andromedians are like, wait a minute, we have stuff to say.
Oh, yes, they're not done. So I'm going to say a yes to your question, but there's a big story about these four corners and all that, right? Because we're talking about a time with the tower moment. So there was like a collapse here, some kind of foundation that crumbled somehow, right?
Mhm.
Lightning strikes. In a time of surrendering, what do I mean by surrender? Ten of Wands is a time that was very grueling. We were working at going uphill, carrying all those wands. Tens are ending. So collapse, and now we're ready to drop all that hard labor. Like it's an ending for what? And then we got the lovers here. So we're talking about a form of this could be like a Garden of Eden or something that would actually bring in the energy of the twin flame or like something that's not chained up. So when you're talking about the four corners, of these places of Egypt, there was something that had happened, something major that happened with the tower, the 10, an ending, and then the lovers. So, how do I take this, the lovers? Because that could be governmental, but I'm not feeling it's that. I feel more that it's a restored Garden of Eden. So those four corners, because that's what your question was, right? The four corners, if it was like a form of Egypt originally.
So all four of those states plus Nevada. I think they were an older form of Egypt, and the people were bigger then. Like they had
Yes,
bigger
and then
bodies
so how would it be that we don't see it anymore? Because that's a collapse. So
because
would
it's
it what
melted.
it's melted. Okay, so lightning strikes, that's the melting. And then something came to an end about something that was like an Eden. So I'm gonna call it a yes. Um, because I can look at this on so many levels, but yeah, it's a yes. So all for Nevada, Colorado, all of them. So it's a big fat yes. And
Mhm.
then it melted.
Yeah,
And then before it melted, was it like a form of Eden?
yeah.
Now, did that Eden get corrupted somehow? Because something grueling came to an
Really,
end.
really badly corrupted, I would say.
Okay, so
Yeah,
now it makes sense because that's the heartbeat.
yeah.
Okay, so it's a yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Love it. Love it. So what are the Andromedians? What else do they want to say to us? They're really
Well,
wanting you to daydream. That's what I'm getting. Really want
hmm.
some daydreams to start happening so that your inner child starts to feel comfortable
Yes.
floating up, you know, while you're maybe meditation, daydream during your meditation. Um, yeah, because they're a bridge to the land. If you guys watch that movie, you'll see how special they are. They don't look like her.
No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
they're blue, iridescent, like,
They look almost their face, like the what do you call the flying fish? Um,
oh yeah, yeah. Stingray?
the face, you know how cute the face is?
Yeah.
That's how they show, but they're very opalescent. So what you were saying right there, I had two cards that flew out, and I took another one. So yes, it's about the mind, the dream state, because Swords is all about what's in the mind, right? So it is information. So there they are speaking truth and justice as the King of Swords, and they come in real rapidly in the dream state to deliver truth and justice in order for us to have like that emotional side, that reconnection with them. Because with the Two of Cups, that's a handshake about emotions. So they do bring truth. They come in rapidly in the dream state for us to reconnect. And look, we got the Lyrian right there supporting it while they're doing the
Absolutely.
frequency. They're helping. And look at the helix here. It's a rebalancing. So while we got Delirium playing his guitar, the frequency is going into the cup and it's helping people come back together with their self, inner child, higher self. That's what you can look at the two sides right there, shaking hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That's really good. And it's important for us now to start to learn more about what's beyond. Like the human part of us has been sequestered, suppressed for so
Way too
long.
long.
Yeah. And then it's time for them to play. It's time for them to get out. It's time for them to enjoy themselves. And they're a little afraid of that. So the Andromedians are here to help that. And
Mhm.
the Lyrans are here to support them, like to be their guard, along with like the strength, the sovereignty, along with the dragons. The dragons are kind of holding space for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're holding it and making sure there's no more corruption because this new day, this new dawn, this new age of reawakening, there will not be a corruption again here on Gaia. First time it came in, she wasn't ready. She did not know about the big black nothing that devoured universes. She was pretty innocent in all her love and lovemaking for her children. So this time we were in a slumber for a long time, but now that we know, like you're not gonna get burnt a second time. So the dragons are upholding there, so nothing else comes in. And you know what? With all these beautiful species emerging, being present, it just shows that it's a new day, a new dawn. And we, like you say, honey, we've been dormant for way too long. But that way too long, love, actually had its place because
Mhm.
our mother, Gaia, had to regain her strength, like by sleeping, by being a dormant. This is how she's like getting her strength back. And in her
Mhm.
dream state, she was coming back to fight and get what was hers and save as many of her beloved children as she could have. And that's why she did not give up. That's why I think she surrendered because she didn't want to lose all her children.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's been through it and she remembers all of it.
Oh, yes.
Whereas we have blocked whole it out. And that knowledge has to come back too. Like there's so much magic in all the things that have happened. Yes, there's a lot of trauma, but we're clearing that layer by layer.
Yes, we are. That trauma. And I just did a video, honey, yesterday that I'll post on Wednesday. And it's on shadow work. And the video was inspired by a dream I had yesterday morning. And I said, oh my gosh, there's going to be a great video for trauma and shadow work. And what I found with trauma is that often doing the shadow work, we want, okay, there's trauma, so I'm going to go face to face with it, analyze it, make peace, confront it. But what I saw from my dream is to see it from the higher level, looking down
Mhm.
without emotion, and you just disintegrate that trauma. You don't have to necessarily confront it and get angry and live all those emotions anymore because as we're awakened, we're on a higher level. A trauma is at a lower level. So disintegrate it with love.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Just let it go with love.
Yeah, I was flabbergasted when all that happened from my dream. Like, I'll have to send you the video, but it was, I think you're gonna like it. It was
I
like an
just got like,
aha moment for me. Like, yeah,
I love that. I
yeah.
love it. I just got a little choked up when you were saying it. I was like,
Oh, really? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Trauma, it doesn't have to touch you again and again. I mean, that's a program. And it was created by the dark so that you would reinstall it and create a deeper groove in the record that is your subconscious mind.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I think exactly that the Andromedians and the Lyrians and the dragons are all here to help us clear with that on new tools because that's the thing. We all know about how to heal and shadow work and all that, and we got tools, but a lot of people don't really comprehend how it is. And what I feel that what they are bringing, our beloved off-world family, wherever they're from, is to help us have a memory that maybe it doesn't have to be that complicated.
Mhm. It
You
doesn't.
know, just acknowledge it and poof, it could clear. You
Yeah.
know?
And also remember that a lot of the trauma that we chose to have was so that we could be here,
Mhm.
so that we would be strong for being here, so that we could be open, so that we could be aware. And
Yes.
once you look at it like that, you're not so angry about it,
Hmm.
because we did choose. And sometimes your inner child has to forgive your soul for some of those choices too, because the soul chose a lot of that stuff to make sure that we could awaken,
Hmm.
So you got to forgive yourself a lot of times.
And comes full circles to the Andromedians working with the inner child
Yeah.
clearing. And that Two of Cups, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, they have great hair. They keep trying to bring in their hair. So they have it's like a leaf, like a
Mhm.
long leaf, and it's very flowy.
Silky, yeah.
Yeah. And it's, they're really trying to describe themselves right now. Um, their hair is probably about the length of Richard's hair, and
Mhm.
but it's like almost like the spider plant in the back of you.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
their
yes,
hair
yes,
is
yes.
kind of like that. And a bit like seaweed, like it's floating around in there, and their skin is silky but also a little bit rubbery, like it would be with a dolphin, but not quite as rubbery
Mm.
as that.
Yes.
So, but they're beautiful and they're really here to help a lot. And if you acknowledge them and talk to them, they'll be very excited for that because they've been the in between for a
Mhm.
long time and giving advice to humanity. And humanity kind of turned that off. And I think M. Night Shyamalan, he channels in a lot of information.
Yes.
That's where his movies come from. And that's a really good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and they had those porcupine monsters after her.
Yeah. The wolf energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So what would
that,
that have been like if we look at the Andromedians, what would that wolf always hunting it be?
well, to me, it feels like back when we were in the spiritual WAR, it feels like, the beings that they created them to keep them from humanity.
Mm.
So, and then there were the monkeys that were like the judges, remember? And they would get rid
Oh,
of
I
the
don't
wolf.
remember them. No.
Yeah, and I can't remember the name of them, but they would get rid of the wolf. And I feel like those were like Sasquatch.
Yes, I got a big yes as soon as you said that. Come on in, Aurélien. Is Sasquatch? Yep. Now, those wolf beings, like, are we talking about anything like the reptilian kind of side of things? Of
The same beings that
yeah,
created the reptilians would have created
yeah,
them. Yeah.
yeah. So it's a yes. I love the Sasquatch. It's a yes because we love the Sasquatches.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would get rid of them. And, then they would be able to come on the land, but it just got too dicey, especially over the
Mm.
last 100 years. It feels like maybe even like slightly into the 1800s, like 100 and I don't know, 30 years or something. They haven't been able to reach humanity for a long time.
Mm. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. I feel like I should. Do you want me to look?
Yeah, yeah.
I've been being pulled to my Isabella ball here. And you can talk as because I'm going to do my breath work. So if you
Okay.
want, I'll just focus and I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, so really I would watch the movie The Lady in the Water, and it has a beautiful girl on the cover. I can't remember her name, but I think the guy who did Happy Days, it's his daughter. And she really does a great job. This movie is so well done, and it will really kind of explain and be an opening for these beings. And there's just so much magic that we've been missing out on. And this is how the human part of us are going to come back into the magic and allow all of your gifts to show up for you, is to take steps to really tap in to the dream realm and allow yourself to experience more. Okay.
Breath work is magic, babies. I tell you, you get so calm and in the now moment. All right, let me see what I can. Like, I'm not going to necessarily ask to anyone, like, anyone is permitted to come right here. Dragons, Lyrians, Andromedians, anyone is permitted, even the Norwal if they want. So let's see what I can
They're
get.
excited. The Norwal are
Ah,
really excited.
okay, so this is definitely Arakan. So he's the male lion that I had met 2 weeks ago in a meditation. Beautiful. He wears he's covered with blues and golds. Even his pineal gland is of a beautiful, is blue a sapphire? I think so. Blue,
Yeah.
it's blue. So he's present right here. I don't know why he's showing me elephants. There are elephants around.
Knowledge.
Oh, knowledge. So he brings in knowledge. So now I'm seeing mountains. I'm seeing two major mountains right here with a head coming in from the back. No, this is underwater. It's coral because I recognize now. Do you remember when I said it looked like a stingray?
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same cute face underneath that's pokey. So we are in the corals right here. The corals, I can see there's a lot of pyramids around or within the corals, but there's a lot of like crystal shapes that look like triple pyramids, and they are here. So they come from within. Like I don't see them wrapped around the corals, but somehow from within them, and they are coming out. There's a lot of crystals at the bottom where they are, and these crystals are vibrating right now. There's a big resonance, a big frequency. Like think of sonar, dolphins, bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Stop. Okay, so this looks like a huge, massive bat, but now I'm noticing it's a dragon, but the dragon looks almost like humanoid. It's on two legs. It's got a male chest. Wings are open. That's strange. I've never seen such a humanoid looking dragon. I knew of them, but I've never encountered one now. And he is looking downwards. He is looking from up. Ah, okay. He's guiding the frequency, the muscle. Sorry, I don't know if that's a cat or my mom. All right. So as he's doing this, so I can see a lot of underground or in the water. So that is the ley lines and the love lines. There is a lot of reawakening. There's a lot of vibration. So there could be some disruptions happening, but this disruption Although some people could be like, oh my gosh, like, is this a tidal wave and all that? I've seen this before. It's more like something coming back online and reawakening and cleansing and pure. You got to shake things back to life a little bit, like it's your legs asleep and you got to shake it back awake again. This is how I'm seeing a lot of the ley lines. So this dragon is pointing at this right now. So I don't know where the narwhal live, but it looks like cold water. Like I don't know if it's like close to like more icy water. Do you know where they are from? Because it feels like cold water.
Yeah, I think they're on the edges of where
Of
the ice wall would be.
okay,
Yeah.
because this is all like cold and
They come in when they want to, but it's rare, feels like.
yeah, they did come from another dimension or a collapsing of one because I can see a frequency almost looking like an underground train or metro zooming in, like underground tunneling, like a train, and it zooms in. And now I can see like this face here coming in. So I think they could have come, like it almost feel like within an underwater pyramid portal that they would have emerged from. Because we
Yeah.
do know that there's underground pyramid, like underwater pyramids, but this feels like a portal that came through that. And then the Norwal would have emerged from there. I know what I sound like, Femi, but that's what I'm seeing.
I'm getting inner Earth. They came from inner Earth.
Okay, that makes sense. That could make sense with the tunneling.
Hmm.
Now, I do see the phoenix rising here, and it looks like a beautiful, massive, I'm talking about massive, like a swan. Okay. So it's not a he, it's not a she, it's like both. And it's atop of like what feels like Mount Everest, flapping the wings and screaming a frequency, almost like the visual of a rooster in the morning on a farm, what they do to wake people up. And this is like, I think it's Mount Everest or a very, very, very high, and it's massive and it's calling the frequency, chest puffed out like that rooster. And it doesn't make the sound of a rooster because that would like I think make everyone blow up at the size that that's at, but it's more like a frequency.
Yeah. It almost feels like a frequency that wouldn't always register either. Like you
Yeah,
wouldn't actually hear it with your human ears, but you would
like
feel
your
it.
DNA would feel it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like within you, like
Hmm.
almost feeling like because we all know what our body feels like, but when we start, the more you meditate or you relax, you can actually feel your outer body, like the energy around it.
Yeah.
How do I
Vibrating.
explain? Yeah,
Hmm.
almost like a trigger for what's crystalline here. It's like the call, what like the light flick turning on, but it's a frequency based. And there's a relationship, I think, with the Norwal and their magic wands here. The spiral, they catch, Phoenix, catch. Oh my gosh, this awakening is everywhere, everything, and beyond what we call home of Gaia. It's rippling out through not only our universe, but the multi universe, what I see. This is massive.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep seeing them coming together too, the Norwal. So like lots and lots of horns like
Yes.
focused in one area at a time and creating massive
Like an
frequency.
antenna.
Yeah, yeah. But they're projecting instead of receiving.
And I got a feeling that when they are activated, the Norwals also, it would be like that old imagery that I shared to you, honey, earlier on, of we see old paintings of unicorns in the water, and this is what that horn does. It would cleanse and distill the water. So I got a feeling with what I see with this phoenix on that mountain and the sonar, they will catch it. Okay, so it's like a frequency. So electricity, and they are in water. So electricity in water, and there's something zooming out. I could see that waters everywhere are going to get cleansed. There's a reason why they came here, and they're going to clean the waters very, very, very big.
Yeah.
How are you resonating to that?
Yeah. And they're connected with the unicorns that are on land, even though we haven't seen them yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
and they're a little heavier than a regular dolphin would be because they're in the cold all the time. And it almost looked like they had a little bit of hair on them, but it's almost like a combination of a seal and a dolphin and a unicorn.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're
Like a
really
peach
amazing.
fuzz. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I love it. All this stuff, just give all this magic and all this imagination to your inner child. Let
Yes.
them play with it.
Absolutely. They're going to have fun with it because all these
Mhm.
beings here are to help us clear that inner child trauma because Gaia has cleansed it too. So it is really the awakening, you know. So all these beings are here as the King of Wands to restore integrity, passion, creativity. So we can put the Lyrians around with this king right here in a time where the old simulation is crumbling to the ground with the tower. Lightning strikes could be a frequency. Look at the old guard falling out of the tower. It's built on sand. And because we are going to be walking away from something that no longer serves us, leaving all that behind. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We're really moving into a completely different kind of time right now.
It's so exciting.
It's so exciting. It's
And I
so
can see
fun.
they're flapping a bit, the Andromedians. There's more that are coming out right now. Do you not see them? It's
Yeah,
like there's littler ones, like, oh, I can come out now. Like
the
this
kids.
conversation. Oh, yes, I can see them. Like a school of them, like coming out for the very first time. Like, oh, is
Mhm.
this what this is like here? And you're right. It's like the spider plant, but it's a little like
Yeah,
translucent-ish, the hair. Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh, they're so excited.
They're
They
so
remind me
happy.
of something of like someone we would see in Avatar, those colors,
Yeah,
like the blues and the neons and the opalescence of that beauty.
yeah. It's like there was another movie, so I'll try and find that. The Valerian.
Yes, with the
And
pearls.
yeah, they're pearlescent.
Yes.
Their hair, you can see through it, but it's shiny. Like
Yeah.
they're so beautiful and happy. And humans love them. Like absolutely love them because they're kind of childlike as well, but they've been around longer.
But the childlike, I feel, is like a certain innocence that they hold that they never
Yeah.
got corrupted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And humanity doesn't want to have any of that corruption on their consciousness anymore either. Like they were very innocent when they were created. So they're ready to let go of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is really good.
Wasn't this fun?
Yeah, really fun.
Like everyone is happy right now. Like the dragons are happy, the felines, Lyrians, the Dromedians, the Norwals, unicorns. Sasquatch even is happy because when you spoke about the monkeys and the lady in the water. So
Yeah.
like everyone feels happy to me right now.
Hmm.
You know, I
Yeah, it's
love it.
kind of like we did it.
Yeah.
And now we can go ahead and create. And that's what we're coming into. We're in it now.
Yes.
Yeah, so good.
Yes, because all of it has always been a strategy, Fanny, with the Seven of Swords. You're moving around information. It's very, very strategic because we are crossing the 1111 portal. Whenever there's such a reef, that's marriage, graduation, time for a high ceremonial party. Okay, we're crossing, and then we are being restored with our emotions because there's always been information within this queen, the Queen of Cups. Look at her looking at the chalice. That's intellectual emotion, emotional intellect. It's like the golden chalice. So everything that we've gone through, everyone who we brought to the table today has always been strategic in order to cross that portal to where our beautiful destination is, where we can go within the heart of gold and open like the memories of our blueprints. It's
Mhm.
beautiful. Yeah.
Really beautiful. And we're at the end of Mercury retrograde, which
Seems like we're
is,
always in a
I
retrograde.
know, but it's a go within time. It's a go within and clean it up time. And that's what we've been doing since we came through the 1111 portal.
Hmm.
So, and I think that ends after Thanksgiving.
Well, we don't have the same Thanksgiving. You, it's this weekend, I feel. Okay.
It's Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. I might air this on Thanksgiving. I don't know. We'll see.
You
But
might what?
I might put this up on Thanksgiving. I don't know.
Oh, perhaps.
Yeah,
Yeah, that could be a nice
that
gift.
could be fun. Yeah. I just I feel so excited for humanity right now.
Yes, 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 because it's already been won, you know. It's like
Yeah.
dropping that linear time, like it's all been one. And again, what we focus on is what we attract. And if we want to stay at a higher level, well, don't pin yourself up to things that no longer serves, right? The
Mhm.
1111 portal, what we focus on, we attract. So let's all raise our frequency because it's already been won. Let's not attach ourselves to past memories of needing to know or discover what negative or the evil ones did. We're just slowing things down. We already know. Let's not participate in the Hunger Games anymore.
Yeah. Exactly.
Um,
Exactly. Totally
dream.
agree.
Think of peacocks and phoenixes and like beautiful blue waters and talk to the Andromedians. Maybe if you ask them, okay, I'm going to bed here. I'd love to meet you. I welcome you. Who knows? I'd love to know how you feel when you wake up if you have a memory.
Yeah, we would love some information below.
Ah,
So let us know in the comments like what you think about
yes.
all this.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Do you want to read your
Yes, of
outro?
course.
Yeah.
So for me,
Yes.
I do have a closing invocation. So since we had brought in our beautiful new water family, I am going to close the circles with gratitude for them. All right, here we go. Sealing the field with the Andromedians. And now, as we close this space, we give thanks to the Andromedians for the currents you brought, for the softening, for the bridge you opened between hearts, dreams, and remembrance. May every listener receive exactly the healing they are ready for in sleep, in waking, and the spaces between. We release this transmission back to the blue green waters, anchored, sealed, and protected, and held in the highest harmonic of love lines. May the dream field stay pure. May the night body stay guided. And may each soul feel your touch. In the quiet hours when healing is easiest, with gratitude, with sovereignty, and with clear light, we close this circle. And so it is. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love that. So we hope that this has made your heart feel warm, everybody, because we are in a beautiful time now and we're changing everything.
Mhm.
So let's start building the new with our imagination.
Yeah. Be Illyrian.
Yep.
Create babies.
Yes. Create and
Mhm.
use your dreams to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've
Beautiful.
made it. We're
We have
there.
made it. We love you guys.
We love you so much.
Yes.
Mwah!
Bye.
Bye.